What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the European Conquest AI only battle. I hope you're enjoying it so far. We're getting into the modern era, which should see wars become a bit more effective. Units, sort of artillery, planes, make it a bit easier. I just wanted to address something with Russia. Some people were wondering why they're so far ahead, and there was a suggestion that it was because they had some extra tiles beyond sort of the mountain wall. But that is actually not the case, because I've just looked and they only have 4 or 5, so none of them grant science or anything. The Huns have 1. Yeah, this vast region's just sort of been left untouched by the borders, which is interesting. I don't know why. That does seem weird. It feels like it actually should be more of this land, but there you go. So that's not the answer, I guess, so I don't know what the answer is. But Russia's obviously doing something right. I think it's due to the smaller number of cities. I think that might be it. They have a similar amount of land to some of the civs around them, but they have less cities, so that might be helping. Obviously, double strategic resources will help in other ways that could then feed back into better science, maybe. The Ottomans and Egypt have peaced out. Of course, we've got a big war going on in Anatolia and the Balkans, though. And Egypt also declares war on England. Not sure about that one, Egypt, but you do you. You do what you got to do. Not sure that'll work out for you, but there you go. Still no settlers making their way towards Iceland. There is a source of coal there, of course, as well as Old Faithful, marble, so it is worth grabbing for somebody. Although Attila maybe going to send a settler that way, potentially. Okay, England and Spain peace out. Now, Germany and Poland, I think, are still at war with England. But now Spain has declared war on Germany, which does matter because, you know, Paris, there is a German-Spain border down here. And the Huns v Germany, I do not believe that matters. Yeah, there's a slim area where they can get through. I don't think anything will be happening there. So that doesn't matter too much, as Assyria denounces Poland. And Assyria has conquered a city of the Ottomans, and it's this one. It's down here with their navy. So there we go, that's the start. The Ottomans already look a bit low on units, so this could be a tough one for them. I think they're fighting the Huns as well, if I remember correctly, so we'll see if they commit to... Oh yeah, look at this. This is going to be some brutal sieges up here as well, just north of the Black Sea. So we'll see how the Ottomans defend themselves. Athens is also very low. No, Greece would have to get it back, I think, for Rome to take it, but Rome could still come away with 2 more Greek cities here, as Russia somehow has entered the atomic era, very far ahead of everyone else. I mean, that's their advantage. I don't think they're winning sort of in any other categories, so they need to make the most of this tech advantage. We get more cities up in Finland as the Huns and Sweden have settlers up this way. Germany is going to put down even more, it would seem, in Scandinavia as well, just to really annoy the Swedes. I think that Hunnic settler, yeah, just got killed off by Germany, which is a bit sad, but there you go. Oh, and a Spanish settler is actually about to make it to Iceland. So that is going to happen. And yeah, Spain v Germany, fighting, early days, but we'll see how that goes too. It's a mess across Europe right now. Morocco's staying out of things. Probably a smart move. Down here at the bottom. Everyone else is, I think pretty much everyone apart from Morocco and Russia is fighting at least like one other civ right now. So it is very chaotic. The Huns adding plenty of planes. And it looks like, yeah, they should be able to grab these 2 cities in the coming turns. They have plenty of cannons doing the job. If they turn all that into artillery, that would be pretty scary. But yeah, they're probably going to get these 2. I would not be so sure they're going to get any further than that, just because crossing the ocean is not the AI's speciality, and they seem pretty equally matched for boats. But there we go, Antalya here falling to the Huns. Kayseri could be the next city as well, probably seems pretty likely once a rifleman comes over. In the west they seem to be holding off a little bit better, but Assyria is sort of trying to get through the mountains in the south, but it's not going super well at the moment. I can't believe these 2 have not really had any issues all game. Maybe they're just friends. Assyria and Egypt getting along. Still no one wants this land, or even this side. Rome just leaving it be. I guess eventually the borders will slowly fill out the Mediterranean, but there's still a huge hole here to fill. Cultural heritage sites have failed, and arts funding did pass. Sweden denounced Russia, Huns denounced Spain, Huns denounced Poland. Ooh. Okay. Germany could lose Bielefeld here. That would be their first city to fall. That would suck. They've definitely got enough to defend themselves, but a bit of it's committed towards England. Obviously, you have you have Poland in the way, although I think they have open borders, or at least Poland has open borders into Germany. So I'm guessing, yeah, Germany has open borders with Poland too, but they've not moved too quickly. So Spain might grab this city. Oh my goodness, look at that Rome, new city right here, squeezing in every little every gap they can find. And that's going to annoy Spain, I'm sure, right between the mountains there. And Spain does grab the city of Bielefeld. And who is that? Sweden enters the modern era, and the Huns did get a third city before Sweden could beat them to it. And still fighting. Assyria actually lost, not Assyria. Yeah, well, no, Assyria lost Athens back to the Ottomans. So that's a pretty big one too. Well done, Ottomans. Retaking that one. As Morocco also enters the modern era, but you can see the Huns plains starting to kick in, I think, with this city. There's no one around it and it's quite low. They haven't taken this one yet, but there's no melee units nearby, so that would explain that one. But lots of, yeah, brutal sieges from the sky. Sweden, the next civ to join the autocracy ideology. It seems to be the strongest one, so that makes sense at the moment. Russia now has paratroopers. They can certainly still cause some damage in this game. The question is to who? Are they brave enough? I mean, the Huns are pretty exposed right now, but they're very big. Poland is also fairly exposed, but I don't know. The AI might just read the numbers. Spain did settle in southern Iceland, ignoring the coal and stuff, but there you go. And Morocco has joined the freedom ideology with it. I think Egypt was the other one, so interesting choice by Morocco, but there we go. They will of course get, I think as being number 2 to do that, they'll get an additional tenor, which is pretty useful if you're behind. I don't know if anyone is suffering the penalties just yet. Order of freedom. There's some civil resistance and dissidents in Egypt and Spain, but Poland is content, and so is Morocco. In terms of overall happiness, it's not looking so great. I don't know why it doesn't show me the Ottomans' overall happiness, by the way, or England. Until they pick an ideology, it just doesn't show you. But it's not looking. The Huns, Russia, and Germany in particular are -20. That's all that settling up here where there was no resources. Maybe Sweden have pulled off a master move, but Assyria does retake Athens and takes Ankara here, as they have more success along the south coast of Anatolia. It looks like Rome is beginning to siege out Argos here as well, which will give them another Greek city. And I think that is just move the mouse. Yeah, that is coastal, so they could maybe send some boats, a couple of boats, 2 tiles, and plus the city, so 3 out this way. Prepare for the future. Ooh, here we go. Oh, very close. Next turn. Next turn it is. I think there was another Spanish settler here. Yes, there is. Is it going to settle on the coal? That's what matters. We're invested in this storyline right now. Here we go, Spain. You know where to put it. Right on this tile. Ooh, I think Spain. Oh no, that's the same city. Never mind. Here we go. Big moment. Ooh. Ooh. No. Rome did conquer that city. We'll come back for Spain. But there we go. Argos falling to Rome. And they should take Knossos here as well, which will eliminate Greece from the game. Spain did not actually settle. Maybe going to move towards the marble. Keep an eye on it, but we won't stare at it anymore. Egypt gets the Eiffel Tower. As Assyria and Greece make a peace deal. That's the end of that, which means Athens will stay with Assyria. Poland completes the Broadway wonder. And there it is, Rome technically eliminates Greece. They have a few units left, which I'm sure they will not let escape too far. I mean, this one is already very low, and this one pretty vulnerable too. Ooh, go, and Konya is the next city to fall, which is, where is that? That's this one here, dropping into Assyria's hands, and that is, yeah, that sort of cuts off these two cities. How have you not taken this yet, Attila? Where are the riflemen? They don't have any. I can't even. There must be. I don't think, if you actually pause right now, there's a great war infantry here. That's it. They are dependent on that unit turning up and saving the day. That's pretty bad. Assyria may actually end up stealing it away if they play their cards right. And Assyria just got artillery. That's going to change this. Yeah, you can see this city instantly dropping health quickly. Adern here as well, falling pretty quick. I think, yeah, the Ottomans might be next to crumble to Assyria. And again, like I said, it's Russia who's losing out. They're the only one not making any progress. The Huns are making slow progress. Never mind. Jinxed it. Russia launches their invasion of the Huns. An Assyrian settler. Not the place you want to be stood right now. Now, again, they have a tech advantage. They can power drop in. Attila is pretty busy in the south, but I don't think you can rule the Huns out of defending themselves. And there we go, Assyria. Two very quick cities there. They take Gaziantep and Adern, which means the Ottomans just fading away now, smaller and smaller. They still have plenty of cities actually. North Africa, they have a huge amount of land as well. And Adern does go back to the Ottomans, at least temporarily. But yeah, Assyria with planes and artillery, making the most of that advantage at the moment. Rome, I don't know what their next move is. I mean, everyone that they border is pretty big. They might want to get in on the fall of the Ottomans in North Africa. Might be a move, as Egypt is their settler, and Spain did put down their second city in Iceland, so they will get most of this probably all of this territory, which is at least helpful. They got Ireland as well, so still some growth capabilities for them. They are sieging down Paris right now, but Germany is putting up a bit more of a defense than they did in this southern city. And the Huns finally, no wait, they didn't grab this city, but they managed to grab this one with a privateer. Hopefully that privateer can now cross and get over here in time. What if Greece makes the comeback? I mean, I think it's possible. I think they were at war. There's a world, I think, where this trireme could sneak in and do it. Maybe not, but it would be kind of cool. We will focus on this and just keep an eye out for the notification that Paris has maybe fallen or not, just because this seems bigger at the moment as we go into Assyria's turn. They do take Istanbul, the capital of the Ottomans, although the Ottomans have a few units still around it, so there may be some hope still. And next could be, okay, Bursa does fall down there. Istanbul. Germany pieces out with the Huns. Yeah, that was never gonna be a big one. And a city does fall to the Huns from the Ottomans. And it's another north coast one. We're gonna get some border gore here, aren't we? If the Huns don't get this city, which I would say is pretty unlikely. That leaves the Ottomans with 3 cities in Turkey, and a city has revolted. It's pretty rare. We actually saw that in the Scandinavia game with one of Finland's cities. Whose was it? Wait, what? What is this? St. Petersburg. One, that's ridiculous. This is their second city from the beginning of the game. Why has it joined Morocco? How much tourism does Morocco have? 24. Russia's 22. Russia is unhappy, but like, really? Why Morocco? I don't know. That has got to be the weirdest thing we've ever seen. I'm not sure that will last too long, because obviously Russia could attack Morocco with 0 consequences. But that is just bizarre. Okay. What if all these cities just flip to Morocco and then they conquer the map from both sides and meet in the middle? That is bizarre. I'm sure one of you guys will have a better explanation for what has happened than me, but that is funny. Poland with another settler, but there's not much space left. There's a lot of settlers wandering the map, but there is not much space at all to put them in. Spain does retake Paris, which means Orléans will be the next city on the chopping block, potentially. Not good for Germany that they're getting weaker, but it's great for Spain. Keep an eye on them. See where they end up. How well can they do? Right, here we go. The Ottomans seem to survive this turn, at least, without losing anything, because Assyria goes first, so they would have lost stuff by now. But they only have 3 cities left, sort of, in the mainland. They do have, well, I guess this is kind of an island, not a mainland, but still. They somehow still have this one as well, but they have a couple of other islands. This one here, which does come with, I think, yeah, Krakatoa, or it should be, I think it's Santorini in Europe, but Krakatoa wonder. Getting 5 science is always nice, but they do still have quite a bit of territory elsewhere that they will hold on to. Not that there'll be much production or anything until someone comes after it. Poland's turn. Rome's turn. Poland just sort of strengthening. They're so strong in this weird little triangle they have in sort of Belgium and other areas. Russia is making I did not realize they were making this much. I think I read Almeria maybe and thought it was Spain or something. Or maybe I just missed it. But there is rebels as well in Russia. But they've taken 2 cities off the Huns in the north, and Sinop is going to go as well. So this could be their moment. If they took big chunk out of the Huns, that would be huge. And the Huns, yeah, they are just getting bogged down here. They need to peace out and go up this way ASAP, because yeah, this city's done. That's dropping this turn. I would be pretty sure of that. Are these cities? No, these ones are surviving between the lakes for now. Sweden did manage to squeeze that settler somewhere and grab this island, which could, if the borders grow in any of directions here, could cut off some of Poland's cities, which would be a bit of a disaster for Poland. They do not want that to happen. And there we go, the city of Izmir is the next one to fall into Assyria's hands. And the other 2 are fully sieged, so I wouldn't expect them to hold out for too long. There we go, the Huns adding to our border gore with that city. Egypt finally put down a settler on Sardinia. The city of Alexandria is there, and now we have Rome versus the Huns. This is huge. There is a huge border between these 2, and we know Russia is already stretching the Huns. Well, the Huns are very stretched thin. They're fighting out here in the eastern Black Sea and against Russia. This could get very interesting. Rome does not look particularly ready for this, but either way, there we go. The Ottomans now are just islands and pushed into North Africa, their new capital here as well. Russia pieces out with Attila, and she did not take Sinop, so that they were happy with 2 cities for now, I guess. They were 2 cities that came with a lot of land, because it looks like a huge chunk of the Huns' territory that has gone to Russia. But there we go. That's what they needed. They needed that. So good for Russia, and they go straight after Poland. So we will see how this goes now. They didn't lose too much here, so we'll see. But Poland is, I mean, neither of them were ready for this. They're not exactly here. And Poland certainly has stuff here, but it's a bit outdated tech-wise. We'll see. This is just crazy war after crazy war. Rome v the Huns, another huge one. As another city falls, Assyria grabbing this island. Egypt and England, that crazy war we had there. That's a peace deal. What if they gave a city away? They luckily haven't. And Rome, finally, after waiting so long that Egypt stole northern Sardinia, finally decide, you know what, we're actually, now someone else is there, we will like it for ourselves. We'll have the south splitting that island. Rome has infantry, so that is going to be interesting. But yeah, we'll see how this fight with the Huns goes. Problem is they focus their units up here, which these mountain cities, these are what I wanted Rome to settle. So it's going to be tough. Rome, yeah, I think this area is where you're going to have your success. Hopping across from the Balkans, getting the western Black Sea cities. That's because then you can open up this huge open plains area. But we'll see. They can focus on that. It's going to take a lot of turns for anything significant to really happen. Poland's distracted, of course. They will have to deal with Russia. Everyone will just be, I'm assuming, will be swarming their units east. You'd hope so. Yep, they are starting to push some towards the east. But they have plenty that are not in the right place out here. Orleans, or Orlon, however we do it, the accent or not. Sweden, is that always here? It must have been. It's pretty big, but either way. Linköping, settled by Sweden in western Scotland, and there it is. Spain takes the city of Orleans and a third city in Iceland. Okay, don't overdo it. Think about the happiness. But yeah, Spain starting to emerge as well. It might be a tough era ahead for Germany and Poland. I feel like they're the two stuck in the middle civs right now, who could see the sort of the big powers from either side, from the east and Spain in the west, start to eat their stuff. And Rome, I guess, as well, from the south. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.